Yeah, man. You know, we're gonna try this one more time, y'all. Okay, so hopefully, yes, we back. We back. Man, so please, God, make this work. You know, K too far. All right, we good now.
What's going on,
my,
brother?
man, my brother, man. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. No complaints, man.
Yeah,
Another
man.
day, another dollar.
Yeah, man. I've been want to talk about your album, man, for a minute, man. I was waiting for you to get on with your tour and everything you got going on, man.
Let's go. I'm excited, man. It's all of this is brand new to me
Yeah.
in the music space. So I'm so excited. Doesn't even really cover it, but we'll start with excited.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I want to talk about this album, Get Involved. Man, you know what? I tell you, dude, like when I heard the whole body of work, I was like, man, you got some artists, man, like they will tell a story,
Hmm.
and sometimes they call themselves trying to make it believable. But when I hear your music, it's like like telling a story, regardless if it's true about a relationship or not. But your pen game, man, it's like unbelievable. So
Thank you,
I want to
brother.
ask you about the no problem, man. So I want to ask you about the title, Get Involved. How did the album title, came about? Was that a team decision or your decision?
It was my decision. You know what, man? Not being funny, my record label is my wallet, and whatever blessings
Oh,
God
okay.
allows me to tuck in there. So the title came from, and the title track came from. I was hooping one day. I played in college. I was solid. I was solid. I wasn't. I couldn't have made the league, but I was solid.
Yeah.
I'm going through the motions. This dude ain't passing, and so I'm just running up and down the court because now I just don't even want to play no more. I'm like, this cat ain't passing. And I had played basketball with this guy before, and he was like, Keys, come on, man, you ain't even. Come on, man, get involved. And in my mind, the way my brain works, I was like, ooh, that's a song. So that day I started writing that song. I wrote the chorus when I got home. I finished it later on, and then Sway, the remix god, a lot of y'all know beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. He's
Oh,
done a
yeah, yeah.
bunch of amazing songs. He sent me something, and I was like, oh my God, let's get involved with the horns. Do, 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 do.
Right.
So it ended up being a message to me. I think initially I recorded the song to try to get to Silk Sonic, try to get it to Usher, and I couldn't because they don't know me as a songwriter. They know me as an actor. And even though I've been, writing songs for 25, 30 years, since I was 12 years old. And I think the get involved message was, get involved. Like maybe that ain't for them. Maybe that's for you. Maybe you need to get involved with this
Yeah.
music. Maybe that was God just saying, hey, man, if you put it out, I'll bless it. So I took it as that. And that's why I titled the album, just because of the lesson and the message in it, not just for me, but for everybody. Like we don't want to be laying on our deathbed in 40 years, wishing that we had
Yeah.
done that
Fact.
thing that we really wanted to do. We wishing we would have at least tried it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, yeah, man. Because it's funny, man. Like how the way the media kind of plays, man. Like they only focus on what you good and one side. They don't focus on the overall.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a balance in your career. Because I hate that. Because sometimes I look at stuff, I cringe. I say, you know what? That guy got a platform like mine, and I can just, you know, show people like this is how you're supposed to do it and stuff.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on your platform. I appreciate you consistent showing love to my music, man. It means a lot. I don't like I
I
said, I don't
appreciate it.
have a boardroom full of executives. I got a beast of a radio promotions team. They're incredible. Long before they start working with me, I got a great musical manager, man, and a great PR person, and it's just us 3 or 4 people plus the radio promotions team, and we're just making it happen. So I'm grateful. So I appreciate this opportunity.
No problem. When you was working on this album, did you think to yourself like, okay, this gonna be the first single, make the second single, and whatever I end up with is gonna be a big splash towards the end until I get to the next
Uh,
project?
Great question. Get Involved was originally going to be the first single, and then we finished Under That Veil, and we finished that in like February, and I'm like, man, it's almost wedding season. This is
Yeah,
a great. First of all, I love the song. Like if you made it and I didn't know you, I would have to track down all your music and get it on my phone because I'd be like, this cat got something. I like this song. So I loved it. Talked with the producer, Herman Johnson, Peanut. He produced 98% of my album. I was like, bro, this got to be the first one up. And I spoke with my guy on the radio, on the radio promotion side, and he was like, yeah, that's a win. That makes sense. And it ended up, doing really well. It made it as high as number 22 on the Billboard Top 30 R&B chart. So it did what it was supposed to do. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's huge, man. Cause once you make that Billboard, hey, you made it. You know, so like ain't got nothing to prove after that.
That was one of the goals, and for it to happen, it still feels surreal because So Sweet, my second single, that's still on the top 30. So it was number 28 last week. So that's still rolling as well. That's still getting love. I just wanted to make some honest musical moments. Most of them come from real life experience or stuff that I wish I could experience or stuff that I don't want to experience, but all of it is like real life circumstance, either way. So I just try to make honest music. If you make it honest, people will rock with it. If you try to pretend or knock off somebody else, people ain't gonna rock with it.
Yeah, what I like about the video Under That Veil, it had like that 2000, like kind of like the early 2000s look to it. You know how music videos was compared to how it is now. Cause like when I saw it, I was like, man, had you would have put this album out around the time One Sister Park was out, I could just imagine what it would go from there.
Yeah, I think everything in its time, man. I think for the past 2 decades, I've been blessed to work consistently as an actor, which is I thank God for. But also, and if you honor that, then like the Bible say, man, your gift to make a way for you. And now I'm in a space to where I can get this music out as well, and just enjoy it. And like the City Winery tour was amazing. People pulled up, showed out, had fun. Some of them was line dancing in between the tables. It was just beautiful and amazing and a dream come true.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when you did the photo shoot for your album cover, was it like your decision, like, okay, I'm gonna rock with this one, or was it kind of like the last minute?
You know what? I had done. There is a brilliant. This sister's brilliant. Maya. She owns Mad Works Photography, and I always shoot with her like once a year or every other year or something. And she always, she shoots for Netflix. She shoots for a bunch of people, but I always get a great result with her. So once we got that, I was like, you know what? That's the cover. It just felt like that was the cover. It felt like, okay, let's go black and white. Let's put the lettering in color so that'll pop. But I don't want to have to try too hard. I just want an honest picture that's me.
Yeah. Because look at that, looking more like an artist picture, and I said like that's an R&B singer picture, Acting pictures one way, you do the headshot.
yeah. Right. Exactly. I wanted something that felt like R&B. The picture felt like the songs. It felt honest.
Yeah. So, all right, but let's get to this track list. All right. We already talked about Get Involved. Now this is like the radio edit version. I see. Was it kind of like the last minute decision, make it suitable for radio?
Yeah, because the explicit version says it's just one word, but it's in the second verse. It says, "Better remind yourself you a bad MF. Now go ahead, get involved." And we wanted one to take to radio because a lot of internet radio stations and a lot of people picked it up and were digging it. And then also, like, there's a couple companies talking to me about possibly using it in a commercial, and you can't have MF in there. So I wanted to have them to have the option of a cleaner version. So yeah,
that makes sense because especially you got commercials like commercials like Gain, you got like Pepsi, you got everything want to use that stuff forever, and I can only imagine, how to go through all that. Like, hey man, I should have. It's like if you only want to know, you know what I'm saying. Stuff. All right, track number 2, Closer.
Love that. Man, at least 20 years ago I wrote that.
Wow.
Maybe longer. I had a huge crush on somebody that I would work with occasionally. I was completely single at the time, and I was like, man, I'd like to get to know her. I want to get closer, but I want to let it happen organically. But I also I got to put a shot up so she know I'm interested. So it was that conversation that I was having without her being there, with my paper
Oh wow. Uh, track number 3, just what I prayed for.
That was me thinking about what I want. That was me manifesting. Same with Under That Veil, but that was me manifesting, like the feeling of being so in love and being able to communicate that as a man, saying, telling your woman, you are just what I prayed for, the one that I was made for. Ain't nobody like you. And I thank the good Lord in the heavens above for sending me somebody to love.
All right. Track number 4, love you like I do.
Love that joint. I was literally speeding when I wrote that one. Um, I was driving down 75, like the first verse says, doing 95 down 75 on my way to see you. I slowed down a little bit. And then but I was like, man, this circumstance feels like a song. I'm doing 95 down 75 on my way to see you. Can't get that fast enough. Baby, you got me speeding. It's a love song. It wasn't really about trying to get there and get to the nookie. It was more so like, I can't wait to be around this person's energy. Like I love this woman to the moon and back, and I need more of her energy around me, and I can't wait to get there. And it's just from a real moment. Like I said, most of these songs come from real experience.
Yeah, because especially when you with somebody or you get ready to get to know somebody. And, it's weird, man. That happens to majority of us fellas. It's like if you're an artist, that music, that theme is in your head, man. It stays in for a long period of time, man.
Right.
And sometimes you might end up writing it, when it comes down to it. So I can relate to when it comes to that. Okay, next joint, yeah, Under That Veil.
Under That Veil. I'm sorry. I was in the process of trying to block. Please
Oh, you
block.
good?
Block
Yeah,
is hot. I know we're gonna get a jackass or two in here, but for
yeah,
somebody to come in and
man.
just be disrespectful, please block that idiot.
Yeah,
Please mute them up and block them if you don't mind. Um,
yeah, yeah. All positive energy, y'all. We ain't got time for all
yeah,
that, man.
yeah.
Take that to
Just
these drama
if they
blogs
post
and everything,
if
man.
they post something else, just block them and keep it moving. We not dealing with idiots. Um, but Under That Veil, again, just manifesting what you want. Like, I've never been married. I've been married in TV and film like 5 or 6 times, but never in real life. Like on All Rise, I'm married to a judge. My character is an FBI agent, and we got a beautiful little baby girl. A little mocha baby. I've never been a girl dad. My son is 21 and my size, and so
Wow.
is experiencing all these other things. But it was Under That Veil is about um, just manifesting what I want. You know what I'm saying? What I hope to have.
All right, the next joint, So Sweet.
Love that. That's at least 20 years old. I
Oh
did put a
wow.
version of that one out before, um,
Okay.
but I didn't have relationships in radio to really promote and push the music to the world. And now I do, thankfully, and I have relationships with people that have relationships in radio, so now I can get it out there. But I love it because it feels like
Right.
I don't want to be too I don't want to be too vulgar. I don't want to, be a little sexy, but that's it.
All right, the next joint, Cook My Dinner Naked. Man, I already know you had the ladies go nuts over that.
That's my joint right there, man. That's my
Yeah.
I was in Applebee's. They had blues on the radio, and I don't even remember, it was funky. And I was like, ooh, I want to do a blues song. And so I asked the waitress for a pen, and I was like, what would I sing about? And I started writing. I wrote the chorus to Cook My Dinner Naked on a napkin in Applebee's, to whatever bass line
Wow.
was on. And it ended up being, it's so much fun to perform, and just vibe with and enjoy it. And essentially, if you look at the first Cook My Dinner Naked video, because there's two of them out there, the first one, it's a dude coming home to his wife. We did a close up on the hand. You know, even I'm not married. It wasn't my
Right.
wife, but in the video, a man is coming home to his wife. And again, the marriage bed is undefiled. That's what the Bible says. So y'all can be as wild as y'all want to. So it's just a, you know, it's a sexy, fun song with a blues vibe. And I love singing it. I love singing that joint.
All right. The next joint, only the sexy people.
You know what? That was a fun one. I did a couple versions of that over the years. That song might be 15 years old. But we re-recorded it and did a brand new updated version last year for the album. And, you know, something fun and they can line dance to, vibe to. But essentially, hopefully, everybody feels attractive at some point. Hopefully, everybody feels sexy at some point. You know, you put your suit on, your tux, your bow tie, your James Bond situation. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill him in this. And for the ladies, you know, hopefully, you know, they throw that dress on or them heels or that skirt or that whatever. And they turn in the mirror like, yeah, I'm finna let them have it in this. Hopefully everybody feels a little sexy at some point. So the song is for everybody.
All right. The next joint, Here Comes Trouble.
Here Comes Trouble, I wrote for a movie soundtrack. The
Oh,
movie never came out,
okay.
but I wanted to do a blues joint that boom, 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 boom. Just some dramatic, like Here Comes Trouble. My character in that movie was an assassin. He only killed bad people. Um, but yeah, I did it for that, and then I never really released it and pushed it. So I was like, yo, we gotta remix and remaster this and put this on the album because I love the song.
Well, all right. The next one is Together We Are Love.
Another song I had done for, I wrote that song and submitted it to Think Like a Man 2, um, part 2. And it didn't make the soundtrack. They had a wonderful soundtrack for that one. I think Mary J did a lot of stuff on that one. But Think Like a Man or something, one of those amazing movies back in that pocket where we just had, you know, hit movie after hit movie after hit movie. I submitted it, it wasn't picked up, and I was like, well, I'm doing an album. I want to put this out there too. You know, I'm not gonna just waste a good song. It's
Yeah.
fun, and then the message in that one too. My favorite part of that, if you pay attention to it, together we are love, not just in love. No, I don't know why I'm getting 10 calls in the middle of a live set.
Oh, man.
My phone ain't been busy like this all day, but the message is, you know, we don't just feel love, you know, in this space. Together we are the actual we are love. This is what love is right here. And I love that part about it. So I'm just glad that people are digging that as well.
All right. Okay. The remix versions of Under That Veil, Red Wine Mix.
Oh man. So after we heard the first one, and real fast, I'm reading the comments. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all because a lot of people are saying they love the whole album. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. I know you got your favorites, but I appreciate the love on the album. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The red wine mix. So we heard the original version. I hit her and was like, man, we gotta do an acoustic version of Under That Veil. We have to. This is mandatory. And it ended up being amazing. And we got live guitar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love the way it turned out. Some people love that version better than the original version, which is fine by me. I love them both.
All right. The next one is I'm All Right.
Oh my God. Had to redo that one because I originally put that one out. That song helped me not quit acting. I almost quit and went back home. This is when I was going through, it was like my Job season,
Yeah.
08, 09, 2010. Work was a little slower, hard to get. And yeah, man, almost quit and went back home, and God put that song on in my spirit. I just being transparent, I probably cried half the time writing it, half the time recording it, but I'm glad. And then I'm glad that people are still loving it. Cut to, we redid it for the new album. I wanted to freshen it up, and people love it. And I usually close my show out with that one, just because sometimes it's tough to get through, because it's a tough song. It's an emotional song, and plus, within the last 2 years, we lost my grandmother and my mom. So, you know, anytime you sing anything spiritual and you still healing from that kind of stuff, it's heavy. But I love it. The people love it. And that's my favorite song I think that I've ever done.
Yeah, what was it like last year when you went on tour? You did a couple dates and stuff, you know, promote your album. You know, like what's the experience like singing, you know, besides acting?
It's different. As the shows went, I got a lot more comfortable. The show, I kicked my shoes off and I'm James Browning. And, and I'm starting to have fun, man. I'm starting to realize, like, hey, not only do I love this, but I can do this. Like people, they singing along. I don't know if they know I can hear them. I can hear them singing the chorus. That feels amazing, because I was sitting on the couch somewhere or sitting in the car somewhere writing that song that they're singing along with me. That's incredible, man. There ain't nobody but God. And everybody that showed up, it was so much love, man, on the tour. That's why we're working on some new dates now for like February, March, April, that kind of stuff. So we can get back out there and, pick some dates, maybe jump on tour with somebody else and open for, I don't know, Ari Lennox, Jasmine Sullivan, her, Coco Jones, like a dope established female artist, something like that. That'd be fun. But whatever comes, man, whatever these blessings are on the way, I'm going to go ahead and grab with both hands.
Yeah, you got some more singles and videos about for this album, for like to put out.
We shot Corey Grant, wonderful director and writer and producer. I shot 7 videos with him. So there's 3 more that still haven't come out. One of them is coming out this week, either Just What I Prayed For or Love You Like I Do. I think it's going to be Love You Like I Do. And then I think my 3rd single going to radio is going to be Closer. So once we get closer to when we're going to drop that on radio, then I'll release the video for Closer. But the other 2 will be out before then. Just What I Prayed For and Love You Like I Do. The videos are done for both of those as well. And Cook My Dinner Naked is out now. So Sweet is done. Under That Veil, Red Wine Mix, Get Involved, and So Sweet. All of those videos are out right now.
Yeah, it's amazing, man, that Smith Song wrote was like maybe like 15, 20 years ago. And then like you explained the album title, it all makes sense. It took all those years to this point, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you was evolving, but like I want everybody to get involved. And for this interview, tell you, say the songs and stuff like that, it all makes sense to get to that point. Because people don't realize, like, it's like you can be good at one situation, but like the music is always there. Like no matter what's going on, music is always there. Like songs really in your head, no matter what you recorded and everything else. What's it like throughout your whole acting career? Like you had songs kind of like sort of back in your mind, like whatever the time comes, I can't wait to put my body work out.
Always, man. I there's literally 400 or 500 songs on my phone right now. And I was having a conversation with Herm, because we were doing like a song at a time, and I was thinking, okay, well, I'll shop this with this artist, try to get this song to this artist. And we were talking, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to die in 40 years with 600 songs on my phone. Like I want to get this music out there. When God comes to get me, I want to be on E. I want to have utilized every gift he ever gave me, use it to bless other people, create other jobs, bless me, bless my son, wife if I ever get one, all of that. Maybe if I get married, I'd like to have another kid, maybe probably a daughter this time. I feel like it's going to be, but bless all of them. But if I don't put it out there, he can't bless it. So it was time for me to get involved. So I got songs for days. But it's some of them I'll save for other artists. Some of them, now that people recognize that I can write a good song, now I have more opportunities to submit to artists, some of my favorite artists, and that's a blessing. So we're gonna see what that does. But I already got 15 songs written for the next album, so I'm not playing, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know how you feel, man. It's like me, I got a 12-year-old daughter, and with my girlfriend, hoping to have at least one son. If I gotta have one son, hey, I'm cool with that, So, so our plan is to have at least 2 kids,
Yeah,
so a boy and a
that's
girl.
my
So,
that's my goal, but I'm the other way around. My son is in the army, he's 21, and he's amazing. I think my second one will be a daughter, but you know what they say, man. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I will not be stopping. I won't stop making music. I promise. Somebody said that please don't stop the music. I won't. I'll continue to, act and because I love that. I got, 23 years I've been doing that now.
yeah.
But and now I have music that I can put in some of my shows. So that's the beauty of that as well. I can say, hey, we need songs for this scene and this scene and this scene. Can I submit some stuff? And if it's my show, I can definitely submit some stuff. So it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, I think too, like with some, actors that do, become singers, it's like when the album was out, the momentum builds up, then
Yeah.
as like a couple years go by, like, man, we could get another album. But the good thing about it, like you said, you could use those movies and put your songs into those soundtracks, so that would keep the engine burning and stuff.
Exactly. And then, the other side of that, the business side, that what a lot of actors don't know, that if they're an established actor, you may be able to work that into your deal for that TV show or for that movie, work that into the contract saying, I get one song in the episode or I get one song in the film. You may be able to do that. So I love that part of it too, because now I can incorporate that and also let other actors who bro, I promise you have no idea how many actors actually sing and got pipes. I've been on All Right. Half the cast either plays instruments or sings wonderfully. Um, same with a couple other shows I've been on. There's a lot of actors, but I don't think they've made the decision to put their music out there. So and I don't know why, but I'm just glad I did.
Yeah, I think sometimes some people have the fear of failing or whatever it is and stuff, or they think that, well, if I put it, I don't think it's good enough. Hey,
Yeah,
God put these seeds in you, man.
yeah.
Pursue it.
Yeah,
Why hold yourself
you
back?
don't want to look back and man, I wish I would have. Nah, I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna make sure it's good. My ego is set to the side. I'm gonna make sure it's good music because I was raised musically by Luther and Prince and Whitney and Mike and Stevie and the Temptations and blues and BB King and Muddy Waters and some of everybody. And I'm gonna trust it and make sure that it's good as possible. And then I'm gonna put it out there and see what happens. That's all you can do, man.
If you could name I say like 5 female R&B singers you would love to work with, as far as they'll feature on your songs, who would that be? Like, it don't matter, they ain't gotta be well known, they could be independent, somebody
Um,
kind of like fits in your system.
I got you. I probably just named a few of them, but I think her is out of order. Brilliant. She's like a female Prince almost. She plays almost everything and can sing her face off. Your Jasmine Sullivan, Ari Lennox, Andra Day, Coco Jones, Cheryl Pepsi Riley, love her to the moon and back, and she got pipes for days. That's a good start. I know it's 6, but that's a good start.
Uh,
And somebody just asked what
and,
I wrote
I
for Tamar.
yeah.
Absolutely. We did a play together. Um,
Okay.
Tamar was on What's Done in the Dark, I think. What's Done in the Dark, or Medea Goes to Jail or something. And I didn't know she could sing like she can, because she didn't
Yeah,
sing
she
in
could
the
blow.
play. Oh my God. So I'm driving down the street after the play was over, whenever Love and War came out. I'm driving down the street and some chick on the radio singing her face off. I'm like, damn, she's singing. Yeah, that was the brand new joint by Tamar Braxton, Love and War. And I'm like, that is not Tamar from, I didn't know she could go like that. So absolutely
Yeah.
that would work with her. She's brilliant.
Yeah, man, because I remember following her when she was signed to Jermaine Dupri. And it's, some producers, they want you to sing one way or another way.
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward up to that album, Love and War, when she did that song with Future, when Future was featured on her single, man, dude,
Yeah.
I remember pushing the car to the side. I was like, oh my God, man! Like, no offense to Tony, I love her, but man, she blows her sister out the water,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they're just different
Vocally,
kind of singers.
yeah, yeah,
Tony is jazz, and she's like our generation's Anita Baker, essentially. That
yeah,
crooning, sultry, raspy, sometimes sexy, whatever. She just tells the story wonderfully. Tamar will sit down and eat your lunch and sing you out your seat. They're just a different kind of great.
yeah, man. You know, I've been following your career since like the 2000s, and you know, watching you, grow over the years. And I thought to myself, because I remember I saw you singing in one of your plays. I can't remember what it was, and I said, man, if you ever put an album out, I could just imagine what it would do. When I said that, I think it was like maybe like '06, '07. Never thought I'd actually be talking to you, years later and stuff, man. And because I mean, I see so many people, man, that like they can sing as well as they can act. I'm like, man, but back in those days, we didn't have the social media we got now. All we had was what,
Yeah,
MySpace, and that was it. And
yeah.
if you do see
And a lot of
actors,
people don't know, like,
go ahead.
if you look up Idris Elba's music.
Yeah,
Idris got some bangers. A lot of people don't know
yeah,
that. Like, Idris got music, Lakeith Stanfield's got music. You got cats like Donald Glover, who's, alter ego is Childish Gambino. There's a lot of people that are actors that make some wonderful music, man. I'm here for it. I don't try to box people in like, oh, they're just
right,
that.
right.
That's silly. And I'm also not going to be boxed in. I write books, I write songs and TV shows and films. Um, I write, uh, I write anything, I'm writing 3 or 4 books as we speak right now. I'm not going to get boxed in. I love what I get to call my career and my job. So, and as long as God keeps setting this stuff up, man, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm pulling up.
Yeah. Now currently, you got you on this show called All Rise and The Reasonable Doubt and The Boys and The Queens of Man on BT Plus. I was like, dude, when he found a time, a day off, man, that's a lot of work, man.
You sleep on your day offs. I was snowboarding. I was snowboarding with my brother and my cousin Lorenzo. They have a podcast called From His Perspective, where they
Oh,
talk about a lot of relationship stuff and tie it into spirituality, and it's really dope. They get it. We went snowboarding up in Big Bear over the weekend, so I got back Sunday evening. Man, I slept most of yesterday. I was just
wow.
exhausted. So when I get a day off, I rest. We got to take care of ourselves. But it is a huge blessing to be on multiple shows. And All the Queen's Men is my baby. Occasionally they, give credit to somebody else. But
Yeah,
yeah, I wrote that
yeah.
show in 2010. I pitched that for 9 years and finally, got it sold to a studio. And season 3 is on right now. So it's a blessing, man. It's just testimony about not quitting, man, not giving up and trusting God to do the stuff that we can't do once we've done everything that we can.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like when I saw the whole SAG situation and the actors was going on strike and stuff and the writers, I got a cousin, he's wants to get back into acting. He was an extra for like The Professor and a bunch of other films and stuff like that. Be in this business, when it comes to situations like that, how do you handle, like when it comes to like the financial end, like, what, just in case some pops up, at least I could say, I invest my money right, or I manage my money where or I have to struggle, especially like during the pandemic,
Yeah.
situations like that.
I think you do what I still live the same. Like you don't see me going to buy $50,000 watches and stuff like that, man. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
I I live like I haven't accomplished anything yet, almost. Occasionally I'll do something nice for myself, or just enjoy a win, because that's important as well. Sometimes we got to make sure we enjoy the wins and not just work, 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 work. It can't be that. It's got to be work, work, work. Oh man, this came through. This dream just came true. Let me breathe and enjoy this for a second. Okay, boom. Now back to work. And I stack. But I'm also in the business of being a blessing to the Black and brown community as well.
Right.
The first, I started a scholarship in my grandmother and my mother's name, which will be available soon. The press release for that will be coming out in February, I believe. But this fall, 4 students will get some help with their tuition going to college. Because I don't want to just hoard, my blessings. If God gonna keep blessing me, I know it's gonna put a smile on his face to do a scholarship and to help pay it forward to the future, especially potential Black business owners and young people that have some dreams and some work ethic. Why not help them out? And then we're also doing that with Black Don't Crack. I partner with Deborah Hubbard from Black Don't Crack, and we started Black Don't Crack Skincare. We're doing a $10,000 scholarship for 2025, so next year. It's not all about the money for me. I like to find creative ways to give back and make sure that people are like, yo, yeah, he might be doing this great stuff over here, this cool stuff over here, but he carve out time to make sure he invests in Black-owned businesses. He pays it forward. He creating the scholarships, because that's the stuff that'll make my mother, my grandmother proud. I know that put a smile on God's face, and that's what's important to me. And I know that makes my son proud.
Yeah, that's a blessing. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like out of 319 people, you are like the 320th person out of 5 years that I had guests on here. Some artists don't even think like that. It's like it's all about me, 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 me. They do nothing for the community. Especially like during the pandemic, nobody didn't want to make a song about, uplifting our peoples, no
Yeah,
nothing. And, me being Black and Native American, I'm like, man, like, dude, come on, man.
yeah,
I mean, don't you care about, your own culture? You speak about love all the time, but we see it's the
yeah.
opposite.
And I think too, like a lot of the messages going back to the album, a lot of that was positivity. Like I'm always gonna put an inspirational song on an album. I already know which one is gonna be on the next album. And it's just honest. And did you just say that? That's ooh. And you can apply that in your day-to-day life. I'm always gonna do an inspirational joint. I always want to sew into somebody. I always want to uplift people a little bit, and a lot of that is for me too. I want to remind myself, man, get involved, get up. What dream are we gonna get? Are we gonna chase down today? How am I gonna get better today? How can I work harder today?
Exactly. Because, one thing about life is that starting over doesn't have an age limit.
Right.
There's no rules and regulations. Well, you can only start over you turn 40. That's it. There are
Yeah.
some people out there, it's like in their 60s, is just now starting to get it. And
Yeah.
I think it's really important. Just saying that, we have, whenever I have conversations with people that's older than me, I'd be like, man, like, where was you at, through your whole life? And it took you this long to figure it out.
Mhm.
It's sad because, when you have parents that don't teach you about, okay, it's one thing about education, but it's also, they don't teach about life, then something's going to happen.
Right.
If you raising 5 kids, that one child, man, is going to figure it all out of the whole bunch.
I just want to thank, hey, Belinda Palmer. I saw what you did there. That was good. That was good.
Yeah. Shouts to Porter. Say about the badge. I appreciate you. Much love to you and stuff, man. But thank you, man, for coming on here, man. It's a pleasure, man. I've been want to get on here, man. Talk about the music, man. And one thing about here, it's all about positivity. I
Yeah.
don't do all that Hebrew blue blind stuff. So
Yeah.
to
No.
any bloggers think they try to screenshot stuff, hey, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Just
And
let you know
it's,
that.
at the end of the day, it's time. I'm not starting. Like I said, I'm not starting this year with no negativity, no
Right.
nonsense, no mess. If somebody shows that kind of energy, you are immediately deleted. It doesn't make you a
Yeah.
bad person. It just means that you're gonna be over there. I hope God blesses you over there, because He gonna have to, because you are no longer gonna be a part of my blessings.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And to let you know, man, about to have this show on cable within a couple months, like around midsummer. By the time I do, man, definitely gotta have you on there, man. Do a live performance, man. Perform your joints, man.
Done
Do like a
and
5, 6
done.
playlist song,
I'm
and
with
go from there,
it.
man.
I'm definitely with it,
Man,
brother. And I'll make sure to send you the videos when they come out for the next 3 songs. And I'm probably gonna do another, like an updated version of the video for "I'm All Right" for the
okay.
new version of the song. So, but it'll least be 3 more videos, if not 4. I want to give people, I got the idea from Beyonce. I think she did a video for every song that she put out on a recent album. And I'm like, that is genius. And so
Yeah,
I wanted
man.
to do as close to that as possible. You know, she inspired that idea. It was her idea, but I wanted to do as close to that as possible. So 8 or 9 videos for 13 songs. I've done everything I can.
Yeah. And I think it's cool when you got that much freedom like that, and for her to be part of a label, for label to give her that much freedom, say, hey, let's go. I think it's perfect because it draws more fans into what you're
Right.
doing. You know, every video matches the album title.
Yeah.
You know, and listen to So Sweet Under That Veil. It matches what the album title's about, and people hear the backstories of the songs you wrote. Like, okay, I see where he was going there with this one.
Right. And shout out to, I want to say maybe 100 people have messaged me about it or in the comments. Yes, I intentionally put a chocolate woman, somebody magnificently melanated, in the So Sweet video and several of my videos, just because of the need for representation. I feel like young Black and brown girls need to be able to see somebody on TV or on social media that looks like that. So, just for the feeling of it. And plus my aunties is chocolate. You know, my mama, my grandmama was chocolate. And so, I need to represent them as well. But it's always going to be that. If I build it, if it's a TV show or movie, it's going to be inclusion. It ain't going to be just all one shade or everybody light or everybody a different ethnicity. It's going to be some representation. It's going to be some melanin in there. You got my word on that. We don't play with that.
Yeah, it is sad too, and that's one thing I said this in a couple platforms I was invited as a guest. Being black, me growing up, I never looked at different shades of woman. I was looking like, hey, we black. It doesn't matter how light dark you is. That's the way I was raised. My mama, she's carbon complected. My dad, he's mixed. So, and I never was a self-hating person. But it's sad that like how hip hop, casts a spell on tell young man, yeah, get you a light-skinned woman, I'll get you a Puerto Rican or whatever, or a white girl. My thing like this is wrong because, for one, I love, like we love black women. And for you to do that, man, you probably maybe one of the sprinkler brothers was actually represent the chocolate sister, because that's a fine lot of dark skin women. Like my girlfriend, says she's brown skinned. So, I love brown skin women. Because to me, my thing like this, go ahead.
Yeah, I think you date what you like, whatever. But it's just something God did something special when he made black and brown women. I'm not sorry for saying it.
Exactly. And that's one thing people got to understand. Doesn't matter how light or dark, a black woman is. It's about how they raise. It's about the environment.
I love seeing every shade represented. Like when they get to casting, right? Like if you look at all of Queen's men, blue is chocolate, midnight is midnight, Doc is brown skin, Eve was a little lighter, I'm peanut butter or whatever complexion this is. But it's every shade of brown. If you go back and look, it's 2 or 3 characters in every shade of magnificent melanin that you can possibly have. And I like that because at the end of the day, you giving jobs to 200 people are taking home checks every time we shoot a season. That's that's one of my favorite parts of all of this, providing opportunity and having representation for the black community in these things that I'm able to create.
Man, facts, totally facts, man.
I am not butterscotch. This is not.
Man, you know how that goes.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, man, you know how it goes, man. Like when they see a brother, man, of a certain tone.
Oh yeah, I'm every shade
just throw it out there,
hey, that's okay. That's all right. Listen, I'm me.
So, man, but it was a pleasure, man, to have you on the platform, man. We definitely got to do this again, man.
Done.
And like I said, everybody, to those who haven't heard of the album, you got to get the album, get involved, available on all digital outlets. And like I said, thank you for coming on here again, my brother. Because let me tell you something, man. God brought you on this earth for a reason, put your parents together for you to create greatness. Keep going, man. And I know, in fact, this is going to be your year and all the future, man.
Amen. And likewise, brother, and keep building what you're doing. Like there's
Yeah, I appreciate it.
a super niche market for people who still love real R&B. And I don't think music is in a bad place because we still got a lot of Maxwell and Tank and Luke James and Giveon and
Yeah,
Usher and Chris Brown. There's still a lot of great music out there. So I think R&B is in a good space in the male and female side. But what you're doing is amazing. And a lot of us love that R&B music that made us fall in love or made us learn how to fall in love. Because some of us, I didn't even know how to fall in love or how to tell a woman how I liked her. A song told me. And some of us need
wow.
those songs to teach us or show us how to express ourselves in certain moments. That's one of the beautiful things about music, man.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because as a man, you know, R&B music is like father figures, you know,
Yeah,
teaching us, you know, how to treat a woman. You
yeah.
know, this ain't about hitting a woman or all this other crap. Nah, man. You know, it's about loving a woman. You know,
And
we got the
how
Freddie
to talk to
Jacksons,
her,
yeah, everybody.
how to
Yeah,
say, don't just copy what they say. If what they say is what you really need or want to say to your woman, then that's how you say it.
facts.
Music taught me a lot,
Yeah,
man. Music has taught me a lot. It helped me find my voice.
yeah, man. Because you know that's the thing too, yeah. Because R&B man definitely get the confidence of a man, and a real woman appreciates
Yeah.
that. Women these days, you know, no offense, some of these younger generation, man, they're coming out looking like they just got done stripping, you know what I'm saying, at a strip club. And it's sad because there's no guidance in that. You know, I miss black women, you know, guiding their own young women, you know, having wearing classy dresses, black fathers, you know, who play the father figure role, not just to the old boys, but to other kids, you know, so they have wear a suit and tie. You know, like let's get back to that, you
Well,
know.
yeah, I think there's a balance. I think as a man, I'm never gonna tell my woman what she can or can't wear.
Yeah,
Because the kind of woman that I'm gonna date is gonna know I'm in a relationship with a king. I'm a queen. I ain't moving like I'm on the way to Magic City. I'm gonna dress like I want to. She gonna be fly and sexy, but it's gonna be whatever she decides that is. But I can trust her to represent our relationship, who she is as a woman, who God created her to be, the man that she's coming home to. And I don't dress like that. I don't move with the thirst trap, so I'm not gonna be comfortable with
right,
that. But I think people should be who they're gonna be. But again, when they do that, it lets you know, okay, she ain't ready for me. This person over here, there's an energy, there's an attraction, but she's half naked all the time. I don't want that kind of love. I don't want that kind of relationship. My woman's got to be, she's got to respect the relationship the same way that I'm going to.
absolutely, man. Man, thank you for taking the time, brother. I'm gonna get back, man, to these videos, man, posts and stuff, man. But thank you, man, for getting on here, man. It was a pleasure, brother. And I was like, I want to start the year, man, and bring your A-list on here, man. Talk about the music, and yeah, man, this is history for me, man.
I appreciate it, brother. Well, we're gonna stay in touch, man, and make sure I send you the new videos when they come. I want to say one of them will be out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably love you like I do. Um, that'll probably be the next video. But the
Okay.
album is out. People are loving it, and I'm grateful. And I rock with all of y'all that are rocking with me. So thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem, man. Shoot, man. Thank you once again, man. Thank you all, man, for showing me love, man. Interviewing this brother, man. I really appreciate it, man. So with that being said, man, see you next time, brother. And be on lookout for the next video.
And then real fast, I'm gonna go live with a brilliant black female business owner, Deborah Hubbard, on Thursday. So if any of y'all around, pull up. It'll be educational and informational and entertaining. So that'll be Thursdays. So I'll see y'all Thursday if y'all available.
Shoot. All right, my brother, man. They can take the time to get on here, and everybody else, man. Much love to you.
Peace, brother.
All right, peace.